It's always been their mom.
Oh,
but
your
now
grandpa.
But now their sister.
Wait.
Now their brother-in-law is their father.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, God.
It's a web. It's a web.
You're
bro.
right.
It's confusing.
Expert in fucking, I don't know. Great power. For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
Hello, Wikimaniacs. Ooh, almost said a bad word that got us demonetized.
Oh, no. We're seconds
I forgot
in.
how to do this. It's your boy, Sean. Welcome back to another Monday episode, a Reddit reading, if you will. With me today, I have my two gorgeous co-hosts, John and Josh. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Nice.
I can complain. Capitalism sucks. I'm exhausted.
Yes. Join me.
I want to rejoin you, my brother.
we
unite.
need a few more patrons before John can join Josh.
In the self-employed life, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen my wife today. That's how much capitalism sucks.
And here we are keeping you away from her.
I know.
You should invite her on, John. Then you could spend time
she
with
could just
her.
hop on.
Yeah.
No.
This seems like a you problem.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I'm
true.
good. I don't want Sean. You want her flaming you, bro?
No, but I mean, I figure if you're there in person, you're going to take the brunt of it.
Sean's like, what's
That's
the difference between you flaming me and her flaming me?
It'll
It
be
could get
double.
worse. It would
could
be double of us flaming.
I hate my life, actually.
Yeah, but I also see a chance where she teams up with Sean against you, John. So
I can see that.
it could go
was
50-50.
like torturing me. But how can she torture him? How can Sean torture me? He's such
I
a
never
pure soul.
torture John.
Exactly.
I just roll my eyes. That's as bad
He's
as
so
it gets.
wholesome.
That is true.
And handsome.
Stop it. But yeah, today, before we jump into it, just forewarning, we got two sort of long ones.
Ooh.
With
is it going to be like that one episode where you just did one story, basically?
with 7 updates. The first entry is very long, and then the rest of the updates are like one paragraph, so not too bad.
Okay.
But to circumvent, or to, I don't know if that's the correct
I was
word,
going
but
to say
to,
you're going to circumcise. I was like,
fucking-
wait, what?
so if I
Cut
can
it
make
down
up
a
for
little
it, I got
Chop it up. Yeah.
I got 2 extremely small ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
micro.
Some might say
would
micro ones. You know what I mean?
What are your 2 extremely small ones, Mike?
They're round. No, just kidding. Yeah, I got 2 long ones, 2 small ones. Take what you will from that. But yeah, let's get into today's menu. Since we
Holy
don't
shit.
clean houses at the beginning anymore, we do that at the end.
Correct.
We have from r/mildly infuriating from Blood Unicorn Valkyrie.
Hey.
I'm excited for John's perspective on this, but here we go. This is titled,
Ooh.
"They won't interview me while I have a job."
What?
Wild. Okay. That's literally the purpose of trying to like find a new job. Usually you have a job.
I'll be poaching people left and right.
John's MO is to apply 6 months into getting the job. Apply for a new job 6 months
Yes.
into his new job.
Absolutely.
Unless John's current employer listens, he doesn't do that.
I don't do that. I get people
Never.
to come into our company.
Yeah.
Guys, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would never. Don't go back 6 months ago. All right.
Or a year ago, or a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Capitalism is great, guys.
hey,
Yeah.
when you work the system like John does,
That's true.
it's pretty impressive.
It works for you.
I do work the system.
All right, coming up next, the very long one. Here we go. From True Off My Chest, we have for the first time I've seen this username, _-stan. Whoa.
Great.
So lower
Not
score.
great.
Lower score, mid score fan.
I like it.
Confusing.
It is confusing.
For the third story of our day, from Relationship Advice, another sort of long one. I left my trip early because my boyfriend and his friends embarrassed me to tears.
Asshole
Yeah.
is the boyfriend.
Wow.
Not
that
a
was
Friday.
poetic the way you phrased that sentence.
Yes.
Like Yoda.
Asshole is the boyfriend.
Asshole is the boyfriend.
Wow. Now we need to find some Yoda smut so you could do that voice.
Just let me know, young Padawan.
Not yet. Why a Padawan? All right. And then we're ending the day with a quick one. This is a combo. Does this guy fuck? A combo fourth story of the day. This is from r/not how girls work. Quickly becoming a favorite upon the sub.
I do
this
like
is
it.
from own. Oh my God. I forgot the correct score. Ground score establishment 144.
He's forgetting the words he's made up.
It's getting too real.
Holy.
Are we ready to jump into it? So I got two short ones, and then the two long ones are in the middle, sandwiched in between.
Yeah, like two
love
slices
being
of bread and
sandwiched.
two thick, juicy patties.
Ooh,
Yeah.
guys.
I like when
like
you say
it.
juicy, Josh.
Yeah, say it
fan.
again, Josh.
No,
Say thick and juicy one more time.
Thick and juicy, but say it slow.
I regret this.
You fool. All right, coming up first from Mildly Infuriating, we have the first story. I already said the title. I don't need to say it again. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm sorry, but I do not. Oh, a little context. This is a email to OP,
I need to
From
know the title again. Sorry.
the employer.
I forget.
Okay, that's fine.
The interviewing one, I think.
This is the interview.
Okay. What's the title? Just for TikTok
Right,
so that
right.
I can clip it together.
Got you. There's a reason for the process. I'm learning. A year and a half in.
Yeah.
God damn, you barely learning.
Am I the asshole for not knowing how my
There you
own
go.
show works?
Look, freaking Ringo's judging you.
Yeah, she's here
That's
too.
fine. All cats judge. All right. So this is won't interview me while I have a job. So context is this is an email from the employer to OP.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I do not schedule interviews for candidates who are currently employed full time. The reason is because every one of them in the past that I've scheduled interviews with either stayed at their current job or ended up leaving for another job after I interviewed them and started them with the onboarding. So, I prefer to wait until you are no longer employed full time Monday through Friday during the day before I move forward with your application and scheduling you for a phone interview. This position is always available, so you won't miss out on any opportunity. But again, I would prefer to wait until you are no longer employed Monday through Friday during the day. If you'd like to schedule a call to discuss this, I'd be happy to schedule a call with you to explain more in detail.
Let me translate that for you. I'd like you to have no job so that you don't have leverage in the negotiating.
Yes.
That's 100% what that is. That's bullshit. Fuck that guy.
Josh, you can go first because I got a lot to say.
No, you go. That was most of what I had to say. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm about to say, as an HR professional, as someone who is in the TA space right now, this is a glaring company, and you should be wary if you ever talk to someone in talent acquisition like this. Because one, they're giving you a pure insight of what the company is going to be about. Two, it's a revolving door as in terms of the requisition and in terms of the role. Chances are the bosses are terrible.
Yep.
Pays shit.
Yep.
Company culture is completely trash, and it might be a toxic environment. So if you ever get the chance to talk to someone who is in a TA space, whether it's a recruiter or a sourcer, and if they give you that experience, because interviewing is like window shopping, and you have to give them the best possible reasons for you to jump into their organization. And if they don't roll the red carpet for you and give you a white glove treatment in terms of your experience with that company, you don't want to be there. I guarantee you. It's going to be the worst decision of your life. So OP possibly dodged a bullet.
I was going to say, if the position is always open,
That's what I was
a red
thinking.
flag for me.
It's a fucking
Huge.
sales job. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it could be that too. Yeah, you're right. And so, yeah, there's so many red flags, and it's like
Oh, absolutely.
so wild. So
This shit got like a 1.5 at Glassdoor. I
if that,
guarantee it.
Just while we're talking about Glassdoor, do you think as an HR person, does that end up being pretty accurate to the company? Because I feel like if I were to leave a company, I wouldn't leave it's like Yelp. I only go if there's something bad to say.
Yes and no. Like I am very like different, or experiences like is different for everybody, right? So every time, like let's say I look for a company, I look for companies that has like 3.5 or 4. 4.5, I'm just like, this shit's a cult. Like this is the type of motherfuckers say this shit is a family setting, and like people are probably like, hey, this is I'm gonna give you a fabricated experience.
Right.
Yeah, like a 3.5 and a 4, you kind of get to see the pros and cons. So that's where I'm like, I can see where like people, there's like a gap in certain spaces, but it's a realistic experience as opposed to something that's like, you know, someone who's like 2.5 is just like, okay, fuck, okay, this is a shitty company. 3 to 3.5 is a sweet spot for me.
Yeah. So I've written reviews on Glassdoor before, and I'd say they're different from Yelp because they incentivize you to write a review. Like they almost force you to do it so that you can use some of their site.
Their service, yeah.
Yeah. Which is smart because then you're forced to write a review even if you normally wouldn't, because you're not like elated about this position, or you don't
Upset
hate the
enough.
company. Yeah. So I've given 2 or 3 reviews on there, and I'd like to think they were pretty accurate to my experience. So, you know, 4-ish was for like the better jobs. And then I had a terrible job that I won't talk about, but that was a 1-star. That was the worst experience I've ever had working at a place. But yeah, so I'd say it's fairly accurate. You get to see, you get a fairly good look at what the company's like and the management and stuff like that.
Yeah, and even like the scathing reviews, they tell a story. You know, if it's a repeated pattern of like low pay, management sucks, chances are that's what the culture is with the company, and that's a common theme that you should maybe want to avoid going there.
Yeah, if it's a one-off review where you see like a negative thing, then it's like, okay, well, it's probably just that employee.
Yeah,
but
it's a jaded employee.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I think we're ready for the super duper long one, guys.
All right.
Buckle up. I wish this chair reclined.
All right. This is from True Off My Chest. This is cross-posted on our subreddit from _Stan. Strange.
Nice.
This is, I ruined my mom's life and reputation.
Okay.
Here we go. My 40-year-old female parents, dad, 63 male, and mom, 60 female, have been married for 43 years. I have 6 siblings, 42-year-old female, 38-year-old female, 34-year-old female, 20 male, 20 male, 18 male.
Oh, that's a wide difference of ages.
It's like 40 and then the youngest is 18.
That's like over 20-year difference.
Wild.
They
mean, good for them.
midlife crisis. They still fucking, so that's good on you.
In this economy?
I have been with my husband, 39 male, since we were 15 years old. I got pregnant at 17 and we moved in with my parents. I gave birth to my now 22-year-old daughter. We got married at 18 shortly thereafter. My dad's father passed shortly after our wedding and left his ranch-style house to my father. My grandparents built a house next door to my parents when they retired. My parents decided to let us live in this house and told us that this would be my inheritance. My husband and I had no issues with this. We went to have a 20-year-old male, a 14-year-old female, a 5-year-old female, and I'm currently 7 months pregnant with my last child, a boy, due in April.
Ooh, like parents, like daughter. They're just copy paste. Yeah, that's a wide age difference too.
Fertile. All right. I thought I had a good marriage. We were intimate more than twice a week. We went on date nights. We bought each other gifts. We didn't fight. But my entire world was shattered on New Year's Eve when I returned early from a girls' trip I had taken with some friends. I walked into my bedroom to find my mom having sex with my husband.
No.
Hey, yo, motherfucker.
Not the time, John. Not the time.
Not the time.
Holy. We've had sisters, brothers, you know, but mom?
Yeah.
God damn.
This might be the worst, Mom? Possibly.
Can I
Pretty
make a
bad.
prediction?
Go for it.
Well, you said fertile. So I'm only picturing the mom being pregnant.
No. Wait, the mom is like in her 60s?
I mean, yeah,
Is
it's
it possible
possible. I
still?
think
Is it?
it's unlikely, I guess, but I don't know.
Damn.
This is wild.
Oh, it
Gets worse?
Some could say. Here we go. My mother screamed at me to get out of, quote, their, quote, bedroom, which really shook me up even more. Unfortunately, my eldest daughter was also home in her bedroom across the house getting ready for a party.
Oh,
She ran out and witnessed my all but a bedsheet naked mother running out of our house next door to her house. My daughter was devastated and went to my sister's house. I asked her not to say anything until I first talked to my husband. I asked him for the truth. He told me. My mom seduced him when we were only 18 years old and living in their house.
no.
So this has been going on forever?
They'd been having unprotected sex at least once a month for longer than we were married. I ran the math and became horrified because the timeline meant that my twin brothers and youngest brother could be my husbands.
Oh,
Hey,
my
yo.
God. Does that make them half siblings and stepkids?
No.
What state
Someone's
are they
got to get to step in, man. Like, holy shit. This is a big change from the Oops All Wholesome
Holy-
episode.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
back,
We're-
we're back, boys. We're back.
We're coming strong.
in? I will
He
say
came strong too, apparently.
Oh,
too
God,
strong.
many times. I will
Yes.
say this. I give him a bit more leeway because it seems more of a grooming situation now. Like you're grooming him at 18. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you had genders reversed, it would be weird. And you're like, it's definitely grooming. It's no excuse, but it's definitely more on the mom.
I agree with that.
I could see that for sure.
Yeah.
I immediately called my dad and told him to come to my house without my mom. I made my husband confess, and my dad was devastated. He and my mom were high school sweethearts as well. Needless to say, we could hear my mother screaming from her house when he confronted her. I then told my older sister, and she and I both decided to throw a party for the whole extended family, and we invited my ex's family as well. At the party, I had my 22 female daughter. A daughter's a female. I don't know. My
Wait,
22-year-old
sorry.
daughter.
Sorry,
The
so
ex-
they're ex now?
Like they broke up?
I guess she's just calling her the ex, but at this time, it's not official.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Calling him the ex.
But
Yeah.
but at the time of writing, ex.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So at the party, I had my 22-year-old daughter take all the kids to our basement and put on a movie, leaving only the adult children and siblings, and I told them exactly what my ex and my mother have been doing. Most of the family is on my side, except for my 3 youngest siblings, my younger sister, and my ex-husband's entire family. They all say I'm the asshole for dropping this publicly. Word got out, and my mom's best friend, who is on the leadership at my mom's church, called
It
me
would
to
be a
verify
church
the
member.
story. My mom has since been let go as the children's pastor there, and she claims I've essentially ruined her reputation and life. My
All right,
dad,
Josh. I'm sorry. All right, Josh. This shit tracks, bro. Like grooming and like pastors. This shit tracks.
dude, a youth pastor grooming a 18-year-old
You're
that's
right.
living in
It
her
tracks.
house.
Yep.
I know my shit. I call it when I see it.
Josh is the expert on cults, guys. You guys might forget.
That's true.
Let's
Yeah.
start a cult.
I'm professional.
Yeah.
My dad kicked her out, and she's now living with my 38-year-old sister. And lastly, my dad insisted on a DNA test for the 3 youngest boys before he'd consider doing anything with their marriage. The twins are my husband's biological children.
Oh, damn. You are the father.
I have since kicked him out, and he is now living with his parents. My father and I are discussing me moving into his much larger house and him selling my grandfather's house and him giving me the money to buy a new house somewhere else to get rid of all of these memories. My husband is appalled and furious that I proved he is actually about to have 7 kids instead of 5, and that I'm going to be taking half his business away from him.
No
My husband
shit, Sherlock.
started his own HVAC company a few years back, and for the first 5 or so years, I helped him get it set up, ran the office completely, took time away from my teaching career to help him get this established. In my state, all marital assets, including businesses, are split 50-50.
What state?
Since-
The bag.
What state?
I don't
you
know.
need to know.
Utah.
Dude. It sounds like a southern state. That's all I'll say. Or Utah, which is up north somehow. Since the house was still in my father's name, my husband will get no money from the sale. Neither will my mother, since inherited assets are not subject to be split in divorces. My mother
Flex
is
on us,
also likely to not get any alimony, as our state is not a no-fault divorce state.
Okay, that should
I'm
be
now-
enough laws that Rebecca could nail down which
Rebecca.
state it is.
Rebecca, help, please.
Narrow it down, please. I'm now over a month removed from the situation. I am still extremely bitter and angry at my mother, especially at the hypocrisy of her calling me a whore and shaming my family when she's obviously done much worse. I also despise my ex-husband with everything within me now, as he was fucking both my mom and me in some instances, coming to our bed minutes later.
Come to his bed minutes later after coming in someone else's bed minutes ago.
No, not
Holy
someone else's.
shit.
Her mom's.
Mom. Yeah.
He
It
got
reminds me
my...
of that Lonely Island song. I'm a mother lover, you a mother lover.
We should fuck each other's mothers, fuck each other's moms.
Jeez.
Oh my God, they're good. Those guys are good.
They are good.
Okay. He got my mother pregnant less than a week after getting me pregnant.
Oh
And
my God.
And the whole time I thought it was so cute and fun that I shared a pregnancy experience with my mom, but she was carrying my children's half siblings.
Oh, and your half siblings.
And your half siblings.
Oh my God. This is so wrong.
Oh,
I have
my
already procured a good lawyer from the firm that helped us in financial matters for both me and my dad is helping pay for it. My twin brothers, one of my sisters, and my entire ex's family have gone no contact with me and my minor children, and my children have essentially lost all of their grandparents but my dad, 2 uncles, and an aunt on my side, and my husband's 3 brothers due to this mess. I've also developed ulcers and digestive issues because of this, so I'm visiting the doctor soon, and I've been in therapy since the first week of January. I've offered this for my 2 adult children if they need family therapy with all of us, but they're doing individual therapy right now. My 14-year-old knows that we're getting divorced and why, and she's very angry at her dad that I struggle sending her to his house over the weekends. I feel like she's old enough to make a decision, and I don't want to damage her relationship with her dad. I've told all my kids it's okay to love their dad, even if he hurts me, but the 2 oldest have cut him off 100%. I won't tell my youngest 2 until they're teens why we got divorced, and everyone else has agreed not to spill anything until they're old enough to understand. As far as how I had no idea this affair was going on, my husband confirmed to me that they would have sex at my mom's office at the church.
At the church?
Not in God's house. Come on.
In their cars, at a motel, and when we built the business, they started having sex routinely in his office that I managed. Once I went back to teaching. They also had it in both houses when my father would go away for business trips or when I'd be out of town. It was pure happenstance that I came home early from a trip because I was uncomfortable from being nearly 7 months pregnant, and I just wanted my own bed for me to find out what was happening in my bed instead.
Holy.
Wait, did she say she was doing shit for the business 7 months pregnant?
No.
No, but when they set it up.
When they set it up. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like, I
5
thought she
years.
was doing some business shit for him 7
No.
months pregnant. I'm like, God damn, why are you fucking a mom?
She was going on a girls' trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no matter what, while you're fucking the mom, it could be said for any moment of the past 20 years, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Knowing they'd be carrying on this full-blown affair still, if I hadn't caught them, is what I'm still very upset about. The fact that the grandmother and father of my children cared so little about destroying both of our families is what I can't get past. What's harder for me is that my own mother would do this to me and would continue to do this for years and not caring when it all blew up in her face that she would be destroying her entire family. Edit also to add insult to injury, my husband confirmed in one of our mediated conversations that the affair started when I apparently made him angry. He didn't tell me and instead vented to my mom when they were alone. She comforted him and they had sex. He loved it.
Comforted
And then-
him, all right.
He loved it and then pursued her after that.
Oh.
He said he
Oh,
would have
so-
divorced me, but knew he'd get cut off from her. And she was so much better at sex than me, so he stuck it out with me. He told me I was the placeholder. Of all the betrayal and low blows, that statement is what keeps me up at night.
We don't advocate violence on here, but
Yup.
Hang him in a cross.
Yup. Dude, I know we had some sympathy for, him getting groomed, but I think
He
it's
pursued.
out of the window now.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, at least.
yeah, no, don't get me wrong. He's still like I'm
A
saying,
monster.
A monster, absolutely. All I was saying is like she was so much older than him, like at the start of it, to take advantage of him when he was venting to her. It definitely started the chain of events, and then he's 100% actionable, from
Yeah, he
everything.
should be accountable for
then
that,
on.
everything else. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
'cause
to say all those too. God
all that
damn, that's hurtful.
bullshit. Yeah, well, you got to think that he's just saying it afterwards to be, hateful
Fucking
and
a
spiteful.
dick. Yeah.
Yeah, because he knows he's not getting shit. So
Oh my God.
monsters, both of them. She obviously believes in heaven and hell, but I know where she's going.
Going.
Oh, yeah.
Rotting
Hot girl
down
summer.
there.
Hot girl summer for her.
Holy man, that is
Actually, reading the next updates, they're kind of just like answering questions. So we'll link the story in the show notes that has all of the updates, but I don't think we need to get into it.
Irrelevant.
There's
Yeah.
not much
Is that
to
like the whole
react
thing?
to. That's most of it. The rest is like lawyer talk and then like what her extended family has to say about it and things like that. So
yeah. It is wild that her extended family is like
It's taking the husband side, right?
yeah.
yeah, I think they're
insane.
saying that she's the asshole for releasing the news the way she did.
Sure,
Which
and-
I feel like that's misguided anger. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
why are you mad at her at all? You should be way madder at the cheating husband and mother for the last 20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, she's not the reason this situation has happened. She's just informing you. Could she have gone about it a more discreet way? Absolutely, but it's not their position to get angry about that, because what's the difference between her just telling everyone that she was going to tell anyway and just telling you all at once? Because I got to say, that's probably traumatizing to reiterate
Yeah.
that story multiple times to different people.
And honestly, I'm all for like releasing all those tea with. I feel like they have a higher position in the community, being a pastor and all that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, call that shit out, man. Like we need to know who are the predators in that type of environment. Like a
Yeah.
youth pastor having sex with your daughter's husband,
18-year-old
18-year-old
18
daughter's
to start.
husband.
Yeah.
Like that,
And she would have been 40s.
40s. Yeah, in
Close
his
to
Yeah,
40.
she
40s.
would have been 38, 40.
Yeah.
Predatory as shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good that the community found out and
Yes.
took action.
Fuck her reputation, man. Like,
Yeah.
Hell
Well,
You you have no reputation.
yeah,
Not
you fucked
anymore.
your own reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that is
This has to be like the longest affair that we've read on the show. 20 years.
Facts.
20 years.
That's a fucking
2 kids.
insane.
Twins.
Twins. I like to say 2 kids because it sounds worse, but
Twins to me sounds
Yeah.
scary.
I think they are who I like. All like besides the wife and the dad is like who I sympathize the most with.
I
'Cause
agree.
yeah.
Imagine living your whole and now your dad like your dad wants to get a DNA test. You're
Yeah,
gonna
your
be like,
grandma's now your mom.
yeah, no. I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
No.
how it works, right? The twins' grandma
Yeah.
is now their
No,
their
it's the
mom.
twin. The twins is the mom. It's
Oh,
always
right.
been their mom.
Oh,
but
your
now,
grandpa.
but now their sister.
wait.
Now their brother-in-law is their father.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh
I'm trying
God.
It's a web. It's a
Yeah,
fucking web.
you're
bro.
right,
It's
you're right.
confusing. But yeah, the twins are OP's brother.
I know what meme I'm gonna make Josh now. He's the fucking Charlie Day and the Charlie Day
Trying to
whiteboard
connect
meme.
all the dots.
Connect every dot.
There is no Pepe Sylvia.
Why are these branches connected? Holy, that is awful, awful.
I got bags and boxes of Pepe. There is no Pepe.
Also, I will say this: it is shitty of your ex-husband's family to cut off the kids too. What did
Yes.
they have to do with any of this? You know what I mean? Bullshit. A lot of people suck in
Anybody-
this story.
Yeah, anybody being mad at anybody besides the husband and
And the mom.
the mom are wild.
Assholes.
Absolutely wild.
Makes me wonder if they knew.
Maybe. I don't I for sure the twin like I could see the twins being mad at like learning in that fashion because they're so entwined. The twins and the younger brother are so
Yeah.
entwined. Like if I found out like in a public setting that my dad is not my dad and my brother-in-law possibly could be my dad, I'd
Yeah.
be like, I really would have liked to learn that privately.
Yeah.
To be fair, they didn't learn. They were downstairs, right?
No. These are adults, brother.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry.
You keep getting confused. The
Yeah,
twins are OP's siblings.
We're good. I think it's fucked up either way. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to establish more details.
Yeah. Oof.
Holy.
Probably one of the craziest stories I've read, because I usually tend to skew happy besides those one or two episodes where I went, oops, all sad.
Yeah, that was a wild story. Holy shit.
What a.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, while we all process while we try to figure out what the web of family tree web looks like, we'll take a break because we need some time to figure this out.
Carry the two.
We don't need.
But
a
if
nap
it was
in
in miles,
How many kilometers is that?
and we are back with two more stories and a This Day in History. And let's hop right into it. I almost mixed up jump and hop, but
Jop.
we move on.
Jop.
Let's jop right into it.
Hell yeah. That's a new
Okay.
word.
Wait.
We're gonna have a stand and like.
Let's hump right into it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There we go.
Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. I wonder if somebody who has like only listened to the podcast every time it gets quiet and we say yeah, if they're like, what's happening here?
What are they doing? You should put like a annotation fist bump.
Fist. We are
The three
fisting
hosts are
at the
fist
moment.
bumping. No, not fisting. Not fisting.
No.
We're fisting each other.
No, I don't think that's
Not the right word.
I'm not
not
doing
what
it
I-
anymore.
English is not my first language.
you think that would be an excuse at this point, but
I know
I
it's
think
not.
it's on purpose.
You're too good with words for
I know.
to be an excuse.
Hindi po ako marunong mag-English.
Okay, well, just because you're good at two languages doesn't mean just because you're
I-
bad or good at one language doesn't mean you're bad at another language. You're an
Yeah.
expert
Hindi
at
ko
both
naiintindihan
languages.
ang sinasabi mo, Sean.
Josh, tell them what we practiced.
Yeah.
Almost
Oh, he
trapped
knows
you
the
in
word now,
another.
though. He
Almost
knows
trapped
the
you
word
in
now,
another.
though. Tita.
Yeah, there. We're here.
Yes.
Oh man.
Okay, so this is from r/relationship ground score advice. This is, I left a trip early because of my boyfriend and his friends. Here we
Yeah,
go.
this one could be terrible.
Yeah.
We will see. This one's sort of long, but not that long.
Is it a prank? It's a prank, huh? I have a feeling it's a fucking prank.
True. There's been a few of those.
Pranks always go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be timely. It's just going to be after April 1st when this episode comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Pranked you.
April 1st, April Fool's Day, when our merch came out.
Yeah.
And you will learn that it was not an April Fool's joke. Merch did come out, and it's
If
limited.
If we were better at planning, we would have made a joke about it.
In a previous episode. I feel like we've joked about it enough, and then you guys yell at me for making it a joke.
No, but we would have made like the launch, like you go to the page and it's like ridiculous merch or something.
Then no one will buy anything.
True.
Oh. The famous Reddit on Wiki anal beads that we've been talking about.
Oh,
Those would sell out in a heartbeat.
Each bead has our face on it.
Don't like.
Josh is the only one that has like fuzzy like layers. What I can grow a beard.
I'm the end.
Oh no, the little tail. All right, here we go. I left the trip early because my 26-year-old female boyfriend, 28-year-old male, and his friends. Okay, strap in because this is the most bizarre and embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. I went on a ski trip with my boyfriend and his friends. It's their annual trip and it's the first time that I got to go. We've been together for 2 years. The group goes him and 5 of his friends, 4 guys, 1 girl, all in their late 20s. I have met 2 of the guys before, but the other 2 guys and the girl I've only met briefly over FaceTime. They knew I was coming on the trip, so they verboed this house about 10 minutes from the ski resort.
Verboed.
It's similar
like
to Airbnb.
Airbnb. Yeah, I know. I've just never heard of anyone verboing a place.
I've never heard Verbo before. It's first.
I've heard their ads recently. That's why they might actually play on our podcast.
I want to say they had a Super Bowl ad this year.
I've heard of them then if they're playing ads.
Yeah.
I've used them.
The only problem has been that the bathroom doors don't seem to lock. This will be important for later.
Okay.
There have been some near embarrassing moments, but nothing too major.
Shitting naked.
That is, this is your nightmare.
Yeah. I don't know if it is.
Joke's on you. It's not a nightmare for me. It's going to be a nightmare for you seeing a butt-ass naked guy taking a
I
shit.
invite you to open the door.
You open the door, John just stares at you. You'll have to wait.
Yeah. 2 more squeezes.
Jesus Christ. There have been some near embarrassing moments, but nothing too major. Until day 4 of our 7-day trip. I'm not a huge drinker, especially around people I don't know that well. I wanted to just nurse a drink while we all talk and they drank. We haven't been eating the best, and we just had pizza before this. My stomach was bothering me, so I excused myself to the bathroom on the main floor.
Oh, no.
I should have gone in the one upstairs, but you know what they say about hindsight. So I'm on the toilet, obviously blowing it up with a poop. I don't know if it was obvious until you said that, but
It was fairly obvious.
I guess so. When the doorknob starts to move, I say I'm in here, but his female friend comes in anyways. I don't know if it's because it was just me, another girl, or if she was too drunk to hear or care. She then smells what's going on and makes a huge ruckus to the rest of the group that I'm pooping. And I tell her to please get out as calmly as I could because I was starting to get very upset. She was making a huge deal over a normal bodily process.
Facts.
Yeah.
So she then goes to leave the bathroom, but basically throws open the bathroom door to do so.
Oh.
3 of the 4 guys are in the hallway, and she's exposed me to them. Now,
Oh, no.
I'm very upset and equally mortified. I yelled at her to get out and to shut the door behind her. They were all standing in the doorway and not listening to me.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
It seems almost like sexual assault, even though you're
Yeah, be close.
because you're exposed and
You're
they're not
exposing-
listening to your wishes.
Yeah.
Seems bad. Anyways, my boyfriend then notices what is going on and he comes into the bathroom.
This fool laughs.
I think he's going to yell at his friends, but instead this drunk asshole comments on how bad it smells.
Oh.
He leaves, but doesn't take his friends with him. They continue to point and laugh while I'm in a very vulnerable state.
What the fuck?
Damn,
They're
that's
making
sad.
potty jokes, all while I'm sat on the toilet, pants at my ankles, keeping my knees locked shut. I start screaming at this point to get the fuck out of the bathroom and shut the fucking door over and over and over again. I am beginning to actually cry at this point because I am so mortified and I've never been in such a bizarre situation. My crying and screaming finally gets the drunkard's attention and she shuts the door behind her. Now, I'm breaking down in tears, still crying, and trying to get sorted so I can be done, wash my hands, and get the hell out of this room. While washing my hands, all I can think is that my boyfriend didn't help at all. I know they're all drunk, but I don't know that's much of an excuse. They've all just been drinking beer, and I think he's only had about 4 so far, which is fine. That's not drunk enough to like forget. I mean, I guess everybody's different.
Yeah, but like it's still no excuse. You should have control.
4 beers is a football game. You know what I mean? You're fine. I'm absolutely. Am I an alcoholic? Never mind. I'm absolutely mortified.
You have a podcast called
Shots and Thoughts.
Okay, but I mostly drink just during that. You know what I mean?
You have weekly recordings, and it's
no, it's every
other week. Oh, okay, but still, like every other week you binge drink.
I have 8 shots at most, and they're cocktails.
That's considered binge drinking, my guy.
I'm not gonna take this. Actually, I'm not an alcoholic. And
But where
fuck
can
you
they
if you
find your
think so.
podcast, Sean?
Get therapy.
No, you guys shamed me. You're supposed to be my brothers. We're moving on.
We're not shaming. Just call
No, sounds like a shame. Anyways, we're moving on. The Wikimaniacs will have my back, and if they don't, fuck you. Anyways, moving on. They've been, where am I? I'm absolutely mortified and decide to just go into the bedroom. However, when I come out of the bathroom, still crying a bit by the way, all 6 of them start howling with laughter and pointing at me. It's like one of those crazy nightmare situations where everything seems much more dramatic than real life should be. I just look at my boyfriend, meet his eyes and everything to show just how upset I am, and they don't stop. I go upstairs to our room and pack my bags. I can't go another 3 more days with these people, and I don't want to sleep in the same bed as a drunk boyfriend. Drunk or not, they're being incredibly disrespectful and childish. I don't think I've ever been so embarrassed in my life. I finished packing, changed my flight to the next morning, and order an Uber to go to the airport hotel. I gather all my things and walk downstairs to get a coat and leave. They all start laughing when I come back in the room, but boyfriend finally notices that I have my bags with me. I silently put on a coat. My boyfriend yells, "Where the fuck are you going?"
Jesus.
Damn, like that?
Airport is all I say. Now he is yelling, and they're all yelling, saying that it was just good fun and that I need to lighten up, that I need to have another beer, etc. No one apologizes, not even my boyfriend. He just seems so mad that I would actually leave. I tell him that I'm going to see him in just a few days and walk out to my Uber. Once I'm finally in my hotel room later, I cuddle up in bed and cry. I definitely did not see this being the way our trip ended. Once I flew home the next morning and got back to my apartment, I had so many texts and missed calls and voice messages from my boyfriend. They ranged from apologetic to angry to accusing, as if I'm the one that did something wrong by going to the freaking bathroom. I haven't responded yet, and he comes home in 2 days. I haven't even read all of the texts because it got me more upset. How the fuck am I supposed to face these people again? It just seems like the most bizarre and surreal experience. I think I'm even more upset that my boyfriend did nothing to help. Even when I was screaming and crying. He didn't stop me from leaving. He didn't even follow me out. He just yelled at me and asked me where the fuck I was going. How could he not make sure I'm okay? Even now, I was upset enough to leave, and his texts that I did read were not that supportive. No apology. Basically, I put a damper on the trip. I'm dramatic. It wasn't that bad. I made a terrible impression with his friends. But what about their impression to me? Because I'm having some pretty strong feelings. Right now, I still have a boyfriend, but that might be changing in a few days. I love him, but do not like his reaction to all of this. Why the fuck am I getting blamed? I did not receive this type of deal breaker. That's it.
Okay.
Dump his ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a piece of shit. Pun intended.
Jesus. That is one of my nightmares, to be honest. I'm very private when it comes to like bathroom. And if someone did that to me, I would lose my mind. I would break down as well. That's traumatizing. And then like, you got to think about it. Any other event you do with his friends from now on, that's all you're going to be thinking about.
Yep.
And he didn't stand up for you. He didn't defend you. He didn't tell them to fuck off. And then when he saw how upset you were, didn't comfort you, didn't ask you if you're okay, didn't apologize, didn't take responsibility for anything. Just, where the fuck are you going? And then berated you with calls and texts. Like, that's so scary. It was just a bathroom thing this time. Who knows what it could be next time, where he just doesn't stand up for you because it's his friends doing whatever they want. And like Sean said, 4 beers, not crazy, but even still, if he was blackout drunk, you'd expect some level of courtesy and chivalry, I guess is the right word, to stand up for you and defend your honor. So yeah, that's terrible. My relationship ground score advice would be leave his fucking ass. Piece of shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, significant others are supposed to be partners, and partners are supposed to be your teammates, and teammates should be able to relay or at least like sense when you're having problems.
Yeah.
And when you saw, when you looked at him and like you had that look of like despair and like, hey, help me out here. And what does he do? He just laughs and like continually berates you. And then to continue what Josh said, you know, like when you left, all he did, he didn't even follow up with you. He didn't even like make sure that, hey, you got to the airport safe. Or if I was the boyfriend, I'd be like, oh fuck, this shit's ruined. Like, let's go together. You know what I mean? Like, you're just risking it to chance for her to get home safely without really checking up, and then the audacity for you to get mad. So yeah, absolutely. Relationship advice, leave him. Petty advice, shit on his chest or shit on his everywhere in his house. So like, that's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, the first red flag should have been the Verbo reservation.
Right? Yo, what if
who does that?
Yo, don't they have ads on our show?
Unless they sponsor us, then yeah,
Can we,
those are green
can we get
flag.
a free stay? With at least a bathroom with a lock, preferably.
Can I get a free stay in Houston, Texas? That's what I want to know.
You don't even need a Verbo for that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I live here. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you say. They need to break up. Like, even if you're extremely fucking drunk, you gotta at least be able to see that she's uncomfortable. And then plus, whenever you notice that she's leaving, that should kind of sober you the fuck up. And then instead of being like, oh shit, like John said, maybe let me go to the hotel with you, or I didn't have time to pack, but I'll go with you, so make sure you're safe, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Do something.
Yeah.
But you chose to do the worst possible thing, which is yell at her and then continue to berate her when obviously she's just been embarrassed and berated for, I don't know, however long it took her to poop.
Yeah,
But
in
still.
front of people she doesn't know.
Yes.
Which is like another layer to it, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're not her friends, they're your friends, and so she feels powerless in this scenario. You got to take responsibility for your friends. Call them out and tell them to fuck off.
Yep.
Yeah, how do you immediately not push all of them out of the way and close the door? Or like just
That's
be
the-
like,
that's
get
the,
the
like-
fuck out of here, man.
The bare minimum that he could have done, he should have just been like, hey, get the fuck out of there, close the door, and that's it. I think she wouldn't have any issues with that after that.
But she still might have issues with the friends. That's
I mean,
pretty
with-
shitty.
with
of
that
them
The
to do.
one,
friends
yeah.
for sure, but like
Yeah.
at least the boyfriend, did what he's supposed to do.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't be mad at him. She'd be,
Yes.
well, she may be like, "What the fuck is wrong with your friends?" But
Your
Yeah.
friends fucking suck.
yeah, but yeah, he didn't do any of that. He just joined in and then left them to continue.
And then joined in on them later when you came back out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
This guy
exactly.
sucks.
Break up with
Definitely, I hope you left.
Yeah. Also, he skis, so it's pretty shitty.
Is that a red flag?
Damn.
Skiing?
I'm pro snowboarder, so
Wow. Josh is so fucking cool. In a band, professional soccer players, fucking snowboards. This guy
And a
was
hunk of a
fucking-
guy. Gee, yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's currently still.
no, I was.
Let's go, John.
I was.
Oh, yeah. He confirmed.
All right. One last story before we hop into this day in history. It's a short one. And it's kind of a bonus. Does this guy fuck?
Oh.
Here we have from r/not how girls work, cross posted from own ground score establishment 144. I guess this is, I can't tell what social media this was posted on, but it's some kind of post. I guess he's replying to a story, maybe. I don't know. But Anonymous writes, just a week ago, at the time of recording,
Ooh.
women cannot come though.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't
orgasms.
Wait, I have a button.
Enough said. But orgasms are just pelvic muscles relaxing. It has nothing to do with sexual arousal. I've had sex with multiple women.
Nope,
And
definitely not.
And not one of them has ever cummed or orgasmed. Even after 5 whole minutes of continuous sex.
5 whole minutes. That's an eternity.
Doing better than Sean.
Oh, and for that, fuck you, John. Ew. And for the
I said it
record,
in the past.
hey, I could joke about it. You can. Fuck you. And you called me an alcoholic. It's fucking on site for both of y'all. I'm not happy with y'all. Anyways,
Oh, I didn't question your manhood.
yeah, you called me alcoholic. You're in on it too. Oh, and for the record, squirting is just pee. That's the end of that.
Okay, well, yeah, that guy is wrong.
Do you think this guy has had sex with multiple women for 5 minutes of continuous sex? It's
Multiple?
oddly
No.
specific.
I would say
But-
he's maybe had sex with one woman and just couldn't make her come, but needed to sound more legit, so he said multiple.
Multiple.
I will say this. I think there are a lot of guys that unfortunately do get to fuck a lot and they're just bad at it. You know what I
That
mean?
is fair.
I
Yeah.
think there's going to be a good subsection of dudes that are good looking and, they met a girl that's also down to clown and then is just like, dude, women just don't come, right? You know what I'm saying? High five, right? And then everybody's like, oh, AKA us right now reading his comment.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, brother. You're wrong.
Take a class, figure it out. It's not that hard once you know how to do it.
Yeah. He definitely hasn't found the lost city
Josh
of
fucking
clitoris.
fucks, dude.
Yeah,
I just like to reciprocate, you know?
Hey, good shit, brother. I like that.
That should be
Read it on
just be
Wiki.
normal. That shouldn't be fist bump.
Yeah. We're all advocates for being gracious lovers over here on this podcast, guys.
Yes.
Give and receive, you know what I'm saying? Anyways,
Exactly.
that's it for all the Reddit readings. Let's get into another This Day in History from the amazing Underbaki.
Let's do it.
It's that time again, Wikimaniacs. We're turning the clocks back with our weekly segment called This Day in History. If you're new to the show, first of all, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're enjoying this week's Reddit readings, but to take a break from all of that, we've included this little segment, which is a historical series that allows us to time travel to learn more about what happened on this day. Plus, it allows us to use our other favorite website, Wikipedia. So, batten down the hatches this fine Monday as we take things all the way back to 1974. Between April 3rd and April 4th, 148 tornadoes reportedly touched down in a whopping 13 U.S. states. That being the states of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and New York. We have a lot of states. Some might say too many. Anyways, it also reportedly hit the Canadian province of Ontario as well. So, how did it all start? Well, according to resources online, a powerful springtime low-pressure system developed across the North American interior plains on April 1st. While they were moving into the Mississippi and Ohio Valley areas, a surge of unusually moist air intensified the storm further, aka it kind of gave it a supercharge. On top of all of this, there were reportedly sharp temperature contrasts between both sides of the system. The outbreak reportedly began in Morris, Illinois at around 1 p.m. on April 3rd. As the storm system began moving east, the daytime heat would basically make the air more unstable, With this air instability, the tornadoes grew more intense and simply continued to grow. In total, 7 of the tornadoes were classified as level 5, meaning they had anywhere between 200 to 300 plus miles per hour winds. Smarter people, you guys can convert that to kilometers, but not me. Sorry. I am dumb, and you know this. Miles to kilometers is very difficult for me. Anyways, moving on. The remaining American tornadoes were classified as level 4, and the one that touched down in Ontario being a level 3. Of the F5 tornadoes, the DePau tornado was the first to form, touching down at 3:20 p.m. local time. Based off of what has been published on Wikipedia, it is probably the least known of the F5 tornadoes in the outbreak as it traveled through rural areas in southern Indiana and northwest Louisville. Fun fact, reading this has made me realize why Brock Lesnar's finishing move is called the F5. That makes a lot of sense. He spins another person off of his shoulders. That, if you know, you know. If you don't, you could Google it, I guess. I don't know. Not important to the story. Anyways, the 1974 Super Outbreak was the first tornado outbreak in recorded history to produce more than 100 tornadoes in under a 24-hour period. It remained the first and only until the 1981 United Kingdom tornado outbreak and in the United States during the 2011 Super Outbreak. An estimated 335 people lost their lives due to this incident, with 6,000 injuries documented in association. The 1974 outbreak caused roughly about $843 million in damages, with more than $600 million occurring in the United States. Both the US and Canada learned some very expensive lessons with these damages, including better communication, emergency preparedness, and proper forecast techniques and equipment. Post this accident, the National Weather Service actually adopted the Fujita scale, which scales a tornado's intensity. It also allowed for more financial support in order to prepare for future situations, which we already know did occur. Were you blown away by this week's history segment? Let us know your thoughts on today's episode over on our social media accounts or over on the Cultivate Discord. Also, thank you for tuning in to today's This Day in History segment and learning more about today's feature with us. It wouldn't have been made possible without the following resources: Wikipedia, the National Weather Service website, and the CBS 19 website. But the most important resource of them all is the amazing Underbaki. Alex, the host of the Weird Distractions podcast, thank you so much for writing yet another banger. We appreciate you. I know the Wikimaniacs appreciate you. So thank you and thank you again. Also, goes without saying, but our patrons, you got to give a shout out to all of you guys for financially supporting this show. I say it every time I get to do it. The show would not be made possible without all of you guys. Where are we at this month? 337. Whoa. Thank you guys so much. You guys really make the show possible with your donations, your monthly patronage. That's probably your monthly patronage. So thank you guys so much for doing that. Takes a lot of work to do the show. You know, it's worth it knowing that you guys appreciate what we're doing. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Let's give a shout out to every single one of you. Here we go. Speed run. Caramel Dogsen, Luana, Hannah, Leanne, Lisa, Nina, Kebra, Olina, Tonje, Michelle, Aisha, Mary, Elizabeth, Duchess of Dinos, Christina, Tara, Tiffany, Tammy, Sabrina, Anna94, Shenanigans, Mariha, Alex, Ali, Lexi, Destiny, Sarah Lynn, Miriam, Caribbean Princess, Kellyanne, Disney Can't Stop Me, Leanne, Jessica, M, Annie, Bree, Jessica, Etta, Tara, Heather, P Killa 007, Lorani, Carissa, Girls Cupcake, Brittany, Jordan, Kaylee, Jem, Amy, Jesse, Sam, Tiara, Lily, Classy MacGyver, Finch Fry, Edna, Kindle, Letty, Mary, Katie. I cannot read that. That is completely indecipherable. Geez, is that a word? Anyways, Daisy, Sarah's Echo, Asia Lou, 07, The Stevie, Lauren, Kim and Kev, Luca, Anthony, Angel, Hope, Thammy, Jamie, Rue, Zorion, Hannah, Mid-Drake, Warren, Don, Selma, Javier, Kitty, Kate, Dick, Smith. That's not an English letter. Courier? Rogue, Kenzie, Lily, Amber, Jen, Tuka, Sophie, Christian the Great, Bailey, Marisa, Gabby, Holly, Anna, Evelyn, Sierra, Cheryl, Kristen, Torek, Melissa, Carolyn, Julie, Emily, Lunar, Eclipse, Alyssa, Agatha, Artina, Sheila, Mickey, Terton, Flair, Prime, Zoe, Amber, Kakernjinte, Moody Tacos, Vicky, Ling, Galaxy Stars, Sammy, Be So Happy, Jen, Isabel, Mama Deb, Pikaya, Sarah, aka The Runt, Alex, Morgan, Tree the Busy Bee, Sarah, Bad Panda, Alexa, Carolina, Sarah, Sen, Maddie, Jojo, Jasenia, Bree, Purple DC Bones, Michael, Philip, Melissa, Shannon, Kiera, Emily, Taylor, Little 5128, Sygard, Ashley, Roberts, Sam, Lindsay, Audrey, Nathimi, Karadim, Riker, Stephanie, Jackie, Jessica, Olga, Mackenzie, Sabrina, Lily, Pandemonium, the Cat, aka Ashley, Jenny, April, Rachel, Tracy, Flossie, Savannah, Maria, Midscore, Mrs. Christine, E2, Anastasia, Ashley, Antoinette, Taylor, Tara, Jessica, Bear, Sarah Bird, Mina, Sophia, Will, Jay Rich, Mitzi, Muna, Sky Score, Witty Kitty, Dr. Doodan, Stevie, Meg Mystery, Sierra, Charisse - Dia, Shell, Olivia, Taylor, Fox Died, Alexis, Unicorn Candy, Bex, Graceful Duck 22, Phoebe, Roxy, Nicola, Emily, Ileana, Askiar, Thor, Patty, Likachu, Nikita, Casey, Jenna, Issa Thunderpoop, Tabitha, Victoria, Jordan, Jory, Elizabeth, Chelsea, Leslie, D, Nate, Casey, Lanny, Indira, Alexandra, Iona, Karen, Alyssa, Rebecca, Brittany, Siddhartha, Lillian, Sunnylicious Supreme, Alyssa, Carol, Infamous Hikari, Julia, Tegan, Linnea, Witty Meta 4, Sarah, Kite, Velvet Mole, Caitlin, Kelsey, Andrea, Jillian, Just Aaron, Kawina, Renee, Applin, Rhonda, Stephanie, Queenie's Den, Christine, Juice Machine, Carolyn, Rihanna, Maria, Elena, Neen, Amanda, Shirtless Josh Stan, Jacqueline, Michelle, Allie, Ashley, Cecily, Haley, Brittany, Little Rossi, Aurori, Saskia, Andy, Sky, Lucilini, Noah, Itzel, Nelly, Sunny, Sasha, Zantalo, Caitlin, Ringo, Paula, Dan, Rochelle, Carrie Berry, Lofty Andy, Katerina, Jen, Elizabeth, Carter M, Amber, Dominique, Marine, Tiffany, Risa, Drella, your girl Diana, Catherine, Diana, Lena, Nia, Eli, Jen, Crystal, Danielle, Michelle, Alexis, Jasmine, Miss Doolittle Crew, Marianne, Sarah P, Free Gnomes, Susan, Fanta Fox 98, Dan, Spooky Tales, Blue Reina, Katie, Ileana, Micah, Valentina, Alex, Taru, Aaron, Gabby, Linz, and Vina. Woo! Thank you guys so much for being patrons. Love you guys. We'll see you guys on Friday or Wednesday if you're one of the rich. But if not, thank you so much for your patronage. Oh my God, it is hard to talk. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all your help. If you're not a patron yet and you'd like your name read and you'd like other benefits such as extra Wednesday episodes, bonus Am I the Asshole stories on Friday, become a patron. Links are in the bio. But if you can't do that at the time, that's totally cool. We appreciate you listening this far into the episode anyways. So yeah, just keep doing you. But if you want to be a patron, links in the bio. If not, you can forever live in wonder of the benefits that the patrons get, I guess. Anyways, let's get back to the end of this episode. Let's welcome back John and Josh. Thank you. See you soon. And that was This Day in History. guys, let's go ahead and close out this episode. Clean it up, Josh.
Clean up this house. You got it. So I've actually got a review from, or not a review, I guess it's a review, comment, whatever you'd like to call it, from a patron. Lily comments, "Hey guys, just joined your Patreon and wanted to say how much I love all your content. You always have me laughing my ass off and consistently brightening up my day. I could never name a favorite as the energy you each bring is so unique and no episode is the same when any of you is missing. I will only sexualize Sean as we all know he's thirsty for compliments." He's as thirsty for compliments as he is for $25 Venmo donations. In the unlikely chance this message gets read out loud, that is at SEANSNTPOD.
Look at that.
Right.
So, Sean, you are genuinely an incredibly attractive man, and no matter how much you enjoy self-deprecating humor, know that many women would happily enjoy 3 minutes with you.
See, I'm not even the one joking about it anymore.
You can't joke about it anymore, John. Not when I'm mad at you. The rich can.
And on a more or perhaps less personal note, I love the perspective you bring to the show and deeply appreciate your willingness to dive into different sides of any stories. To Josh and John, she says she can't name a favorite, but it sounds like it's Sean or something.
Sean, definitely Sean, yeah. He does
John,
fish for the compliments a lot, though.
He does, so that's fair. John, I absolutely love your golden retriever energy. You're always so heartfelt and goofy, never failing to bring a smile to my face. And Josh, though you call yourself dumb, you're really quite insightful and you regularly make me reconsider some of my own preconceptions of the world. Always remember there is a great difference between intelligence and wisdom.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Say it, Yoda.
Intelligence and wisdom.
There we go. Nailed it. For one comes from study of books. The other comes from study of humanity.
It's like a D&D course I'm hearing right now.
It does sound like that, yeah. All in all, you three are such incredible allies to so many different groups of people, and words cannot do justice to the impact you have had on me, as well as so many others. Thank you. Finally, as a new $10 patron, I know I can request that Sean say something on the show, so I only request one thing because I am a creature of chaos. I humbly request that you state only these words, and I will type them in the chat, Sean, so that you can just say them.
I was really liking where this review was going until the end here. But I guess as a rich, you know.
Okay, Sean, can you say those 4 words that I just sent to you?
I lost the game.
Do you know
I'm
what
not
that
gonna
means?
lie to you. I do not.
Okay.
I was gonna ask.
They add if you know, you know. I think the game is like that one where if you think about the game, you lose the game. I think that's what she's referencing. But once again, I have no idea.
Wow. If you know, we know, and we don't know.
Yeah. So apologies
you did
for
lose
that.
the game.
Yeah, we did. I guess we lose the game just for not participating.
Talking about the game.
Yes.
Or talking about it, yeah. But thank you for that amazing review.
Thank you.
I knew Sean would like that.
Yes. Is this from,
They
you said
said
Lily?
nice things about both of y'all too.
Yeah, well, I know, but they sexualized you, which I knew you would like.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You-
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's full of himself right now.
He
You said
is,
it's
he
from
is.
Lily?
Yeah, Lily.
Lily's the name? Lily, there's only one thing I can say for you. Squirrel.
Love it.
She'll get it. Yes.
Yeah, that's my review for today. It was a long one, so I figured I'd just do the one there. But John, if you got anything?
Yeah, I got quite a bit. And Sean's going to like this a lot too because it also involves money. And this is from Steve the Noodle / Stevie from our Buy Me a Coffee. They bought us 100 coffees.
Holy shit.
Holy. That's good because Sienna and I have started a ritual to going to a coffee shop every Sunday. So this is good.
And their message is, first off, you guys are the first creators I followed on Patreon. So they're
a
also
patron.
a patron. Yes.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
I am not rich by any means, but I work a lot and barely have time to spend money anyways. And they say, which is probably a good thing. LOL. Anyways, your podcast is the highlight of my week. And to celebrate my promotion,
Oh,
wanted to
congrats. Hell
promote
yeah.
Sean. Yes.
Hey.
Congrats.
I wanted
That's
to
awesome.
spend money on supporting you as you guys have been supporting me through these hard months to get here. Please keep making content. P.S. I am a bar manager for a fun burger spot in Austin, Texas. If any of you guys are ever in Austin, we would gladly buy y'all a burger.
Hell
Meeting
yeah.
you guys would be so cool. My mom runs this place too and knows how much I love your podcast. Feel free to bring your significant others or any friends too. And Sean, this is where it gets ruined for you. PPS, no offense, Sean, but Austin is way cooler than Houston.
Oh no.
I mean,
Austin is pretty cool though.
that sounds like something from Austin. Somebody from Austin would say. So it's whatever. And they just
awesome.
gave me $100 and
Yeah, so what are you gonna
offered us
say?
free burger. So it's, yeah,
You'll let it slide, right?
for
Let
the
it
rest
slide.
of this episode, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
For the next 5 minutes,
For the
Sean will
next-
admit
Less than
Austin
5
is better.
minutes.
Yeah.
Will I say
And,
the
uh,
words? No. But
I'll
yeah,
willingly
sure.
say Austin's better than Ottawa. So
Now watch your fucking.
I've never been, but I can just
Austin is
assume
better than Dallas. I can tell you that. I love Austin better than I love Dallas.
it's probably
I'll agree with
true.
that.
No presidents have been murdered there, so
True.
that we know
Anyways.
of, I guess.
There's definitely
But
been murders there, though, for sure.
I also would like to say I would like to go to that burger place.
Did they
sometime.
say
Yes.
the name of the burger place?
They don't, but I can message Stevie.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta. We might have people in Austin that listen as well. We should definitely give you guys a shout out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We love local businesses, so like we'd support that shit all day.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome. And this one is from our Discord. It's quite lengthy, but this is from Bozenka, and I just wanted to read it because Josh can't pronounce her name for a
I'm
while.
so sorry. I knew
And
when
there
I was
were-
saying it, I was saying it wrong, but you called me out in the YouTube live chat. That was,
Yeah, they're like Bozenka and then Bozena.
Yeah.
Shazinski.
I know. I'm white as fuck, okay? I'm sorry.
All right, but they left this beautifully written note on our Discord, so Wikimaniacs as a plug if you want to ever join our Discord. And it reads as this: I find you guys an amazing trio, not because you're all perfect, but because you are not. Each one is different, and you are somehow
Excuse me?
this great.
Excuse me?
What did you say?
What did you say?
I'm 5 minutes of perfect. I'll have you know.
John, I didn't say shit. Each one is different, and you are somehow this great example of how diversity is good, as it's not about each single element being best to create best result, but it's about chemistry and how different attributes that may be considered flaws by some are really a perfect spice in good environment. I don't know about spice and Josh and diversity in this bit.
Lack of spice.
Hey,
And lack
low
of-
key, if you're a patron, you know Josh can handle his spice. He does
Yes.
pretty good. He does pretty damn good. Surprised all of
Yeah,
us.
my stomach didn't agree, but
Your asshole was not in agreement.
yeah, not happy. But continue, John.
As I wrote in the chat, Sean is often taken as a silly one who cannot into miles and kilometers, but he has an amazing social and emotional intuition. I'm going to say intuition. Prediction is not a coincidence.
Read it how it should. Read it how
Okay,
it's
fine.
written.
Prediction is not a coincidence.
God damn it.
It's a skill that comes with soft skills in reading social situations. In today's episode, he proved that even though logic seems to most falling close to math and tech, it doesn't necessarily have to, and Sean really can into logic. And caring about money above almost all is some deep life wisdom of letting go. Okay, it may sound weird, but I truly believe so. That one's for you, Sean.
It's a good one.
John is the sweet one who brought the boys together. I always thought he's the goodest one, and even though he disagrees, I stand by it. John is good by heart, kinky, not always nice to Sean, with history, but good. John has a heart for everyone, cries over tiniest of us, and is full of compassion. I read that right, fuck me. John is a loving mother of the show. A mother that always have a pot full of stew for their kids whenever they wish to visit. Would scold, with a pun, for not taking the shoes off, but then will stuff you with fresh cooked meal of love, support, and care because he's a good mom.
I agree with that one. Yeah, I'd say you're definitely more heartfelt than you say, John. You're the only one that's cried on the show, I think. So,
Well, you made me cry, asshole. So like that's on you.
So you definitely have more heart, I think.
I'm just emotional. So, anyways, without Josh, probably nothing would be done. He has the
Facts.
lists, notes, and plans. He was the good, handsome, promising boy that got corrupted in this environment. Always with homework prepared, turning red while reading his first smut in front of his fresh girlfriend, learning how to make puns. After listening to almost a whole podcast, I feel like Josh made quite a transformation over this time, just as the podcast itself did. With Josh putting work and thought into proving one can make podcasts a thing that gathers quite a community around if it only slightly structured and directed. And if any of you three would be gone, this would fall apart. You boys are three-legged table, each being essential for the outcome. And you prove that there is not only a space, but also a need for people to be different. Peace and love from Bozenka.
Well, thank you very much, Bozenka. Did I say it right there?
Wow.
You said it right.
It only took John saying it a dozen times for me to get
A dozen
right.
times, yes.
But that is amazing. It's fairly accurate on how we run as well, how the
Chaos.
podcast has been running. Chaos, yeah. And yeah, I love that. I like how
Oh, sweet.
divided us up and told us exactly what she likes about us or they like about us. And that's awesome. I love that. Did you see that one in Discord, Sean?
Yeah, I wrote back. I replied.
Oh, okay,
So, I don't-
okay. I was going to say you
Yeah,
were tagged
it was
in
very
it, so-
nice. Yeah. I react to everything I'm tagged to. I think unless it's been like 50 messages and I can't find it, but I try my best. Let it be known. I'm
There's
trying.
there's a little mention thing you can click on Discord and it shows you your
Can you?
mentions. So
It just
Yes.
skips to the mentions. Okay.
Yes.
We're learning.
yeah, so that's
Learning.
helpful in the future. But yeah, that was amazing. I love that.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. With that being said, I think it's time we end this show, guys. Thank you guys so much. If you need more Reddit on Wiki content, links are in the show notes. Besides that, Rich, we'll see you on Wednesday. All others, we'll see you on Friday. Bye.
That's probably got to be the most smoothest transition or conclusion you've ever done, my guy. Proud of you for that.
I do what I can.
See ya.
Bye.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.